1972 had its ups and downs. It was the beginning of the Watergate scandal. You could buy a gallon of gas for 55 cents, and Atari created Pong. But to get away from it all, you could always hit a movie.
Roll out the tongue.
And in 1972, there were some epic flicks. Here are your very, very best epic movies of 1972.
Number 10, Return of the Dragon.
It was the film that nearly single-handedly brought the kung fu craze to the U.S.
The Way of the Dragon was groundbreaking in terms of action films.
Me and my friends all bought the gis and the shoes and the pants. Thought we knew karate and never took a class.
Starring one incredible man who not only knew kung fu, but also how to bring it to the big screen.
I don't think most people realize that the film starred, was written, and directed by Bruce Lee. So, multi-talented guy.
A true martial artist, Bruce wasn't the only legit karate star in the movie. OMG, it's Chuck Norris! A very hairy Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris, he was an unknown guy who'd never said a word. Not one word.
Although Lee made the kung fu in this cult classic look effortless, it was anything but.
Bruce Lee spent 45 hours working on the fight scene with Chuck Norris. And Chuck Norris beat.
That wasn't the only Dragon movie. There was also Enter the Dragon.
That's right. Enter the Dragon debuted a year later in 1973. After its success, Way of the Dragon was re-released in the U.S. as its sequel and was renamed Return of the Dragon. Confused yet? Too bad. We're here to watch some fighting. Oh my God, he just kicked him in the balls.
I heard that there was no sound when they were making the film, and they had to loop it in all later.
Let him know.
Talk about this?
Yeah, let's go.
If I see him here again,
My brother, kill you. Good.
he won't leave alive.
Audio dubbing aside, Enter the Dragon certainly kicked off the kung fu craze in the 70s. And for that, we thank you, Mr. Lee.
Number 9, Cabaret.
You're American.
Oh, God, how depressing. You make me think I'm an international woman of mystery.
Willkommen, bienvenue, welcome.
I saw Cabaret and I was just awestruck. It just leapt off the screen.
Not only was this a movie with amazing musical numbers, but the storyline was pretty complicated.
It takes place in pre-World War II. It's in Germany. Sally Bowles is a wannabe performer, and she works at the Kit Kat Club.
It was just so new. It was so different.
Money makes the world go around, the world go around, the world go around.
For its time, it was very adventurous in the sexuality when they're having the fight and Liza says, I'm sleeping with this man, and Michael says, so am I.
Audiences were living for the drama, as Cabaret would earn Academy Awards for Liza, supporting actor Joel Grey, and Bob Fosse.
Don't dab your eye, mine head.
Bob Fosse was a total genius. He took things that were unusual about himself. He was kind of like knock-kneed, sort of hunched shouldered, and was balding, so he wore hats. So he turned this into a whole way of dancing.
Liza Minnelli was so fabulous in this role. It was like it was written for her.
50 marks with breakfast, even when I'm behind on the rent.
She was so charming and so lovely and so full of spirit.
She picked out her own wardrobe and her own hair and makeup with a little help from her father, by the way.
It helps when you have parents like famed costume designer Vincent Minnelli and actress Judy Garland. She was destined for greatness.
Maybe this time I'll be lucky.
The play first appeared on Broadway in 1966, and about 5 years later, the movie was released with some new tunes to high kick to.
Start by admitting from cradle.
It's one of my favorite movies, not only from 1972, but from all time.
And I love a cabaret.
Number 8, Blackula.
I curse you with my name. You shall be Blackula.
Blackula is exactly what you think it is. It is Dracula, but he's black.
I was glad we had a movie where we were a vampire. Black people can say, yeah, right on.
Blackula. Dracula's soul brother.
That was the ultimate vampire blaxploitation film. I mean, it was just Black Dynamite, but with teeth.
Blackula is about an African prince who's turned into a vampire.
Originally imagined as an American named Andrew Brown, lead actor William Marshall worked with producers to add some depth and backstory to the title character.
I thought William Marshall's excellent as Dracula. Wisely, Blackula did not take itself too seriously.
It was overdone with,
Oddly, my biggest problem with Blackula is that I didn't find it very realistic. Blackula was excellent because it was dark, but they were so much fun.
Fun, and the number 8 pick for the most epic movies
Sit down, have a drink.
of 1972.
Make it a Bloody Mary.
Still to come on the very, very best of the 70s.
All right, that's it. I'm done. Come on, put on the commercial.
Welcome back to the very, very best of the 70s. So far, we've kicked some ass with Lee, learned life is a cabaret with Liza, and got a taste of immortality with Blackula himself. Up next, we encounter another guy who's been buried for a couple hundred years or so.
Number 7. Tales from the Crypt.
Tales of the Crypt was scary.
It was one of the first anthology series to come along, so it was kind of breaking new ground there.
Where did you come from?
You have 5 different stories in one movie, but they kind of all somehow interact.
Yes, all the characters are connected through the Crypt Keeper.
Why did you come in here?
I don't know, I was just driving by.
Tales of the Crypt was based upon the EC comics.
They were kind of innovative, kind of campy, kind of spoofy, and the Crypt Keeper became his own iconic kind of figure.
How did Tales of the Crypt resonate in 1972? Scared the shit out of you.
Can you hear that?
Aw, Michael, we love you.
And here's the twist. This isn't a vision of what's going to happen. It's a vision of what happened.
Wait, and they're already dead? Aw, didn't see that coming.
All right, that's it. I'm done. Come on, put on the commercial.
No commercial yet, but we can move on to our next epic movie of 72. Not that it's any less terrifying.
Number 6. The Poseidon Adventure.
Coming in at number 6 is a disaster movie that turned the genre upside down. Literally.
I remember seeing the Poseidon Adventure, and it made me so claustrophobic. I was exhausted by the end of the movie.
And it made everyone not want to go on a cruise ship after you saw that movie.
They're all on this boat. It's New Year's Eve. The boat hits a tsunamis. It turns upside down, and now people have to go to the bottom of the boat, which is now on top.
This dock leads to a vertical air shaft.
Through that little hole?
I told you this one was stressful, and you can see it all over the actors' faces, with most of them doing their own stunts.
Generally, these disaster movies would bring in this all-star cast. You got Gene Hackman, Ernest Borgnine, Shelley Winters.
I worked once with Shelley Winters, and it'd be very interesting to me to hear what some of her dialogue off-camera was when she was asked to do some of her own stunts.
That's just one more door and we're home!
To make things even more intense, this movie was shot in sequence, a choice the filmmakers made so they would look battered and tired by the end. That is, if they made it to the end.
The idea that Poseidon Adventure was shot in sequence is pretty amazing, and they probably really all bonded that way.
I'm not gonna let you kill us.
Poseidon Adventure, I think, is the standard bearer of 1970s disaster movies.
And it's for that reason it made our list.
I told you I was gonna get everybody out of here, and damn it, I'm gonna do it!
Number 5. What's up, Doc?
This is San Francisco.
You know, when you think of what's up, Doc, you want to, have a carrot, and you're thinking about a rabbit. But that's not the case here.
For his maiden comedy effort, What's Up, Doc?
If you asked me to describe the plot of What's Up, Doc, I would fail miserably because it would take me 47 minutes.
There's a luggage mishap, there's jewel theft, there's spies. I mean, all the things that you would want in a comedy.
Well, there's not much to see, actually. We're inside a Chinese dragon.
What's Up, Doc is a 1972 film, but it's really a salute to the screwball comedies of the 1930s.
More specifically, a callback to the 30s movie Bringing Up Baby, starring Cary Grant. To research for the role, leading man Ryan O'Neal asked Grant for advice on playing the stuffy character. Grant's only advice? Wear silky underpants.
I've got to talk to you privately.
Meet me under the table.
What?
What's up, Doc? I'll tell you what was up is the chemistry that happened between Ryan O'Neal and Barbra Streisand in this film.
Any minute.
You have got to stop repeating yourself.
I am not repeating myself. I am not repeating myself. Oh, God, I'm repeating myself.
But their chemistry wasn't the only thing to watch.
And that includes one of the great chase scenes of the 1970s, certainly the funniest.
There's a scene where they're going down the sidewalk in the car. They did not have a permit to do that and damaged that sidewalk that the city of San Francisco says you now have to have permits.
We can make it! I don't think we can make it.
So Ryan O'Neal's famous line from Love Story is love means never having to say you're sorry. So in What's Up, Doc, someone says it back to him and he turns and he says,
That's the dumbest thing I ever heard.
We love a callback, and we love this movie.
Number 4. Everything you always wanted to know about sex.
Everything you always wanted to know about sex, but were afraid to ask.
Coming in at number 4 is a non-traditional film with an unusual title from an unorthodox director.
Everybody wanted to work with Woody back then. He was iconoclastic, he was new, it was a new kind of humor.
I've always been a great fan of Woody Allen. Just the titles of his movies made me want to go see them.
You know what the palace is? That's 24 living rooms and a dungeon.
Everything you always wanted to know about sex is broken down into 7 vignettes. It's an anthology film.
My hand is caught in the chastity belt. I always get my hand in the cookie jar, so to speak.
The ideas for these stories didn't come from nowhere, as the film is loosely based on the book of the same title written by Dr. David Rubin. And when I say loosely, I mean loose.
Woody Allen optioned the book, but never read the book. He just read the chapters and put in his own interpretation.
So, hi, my lord. Be a good king, wouldst thou, and run down and get me a drink of water?
This movie has hairy men dressing up in dresses. You have Woody Allen as a sperm.
You guys know what it's like out there? It's like they told us in training school. It's an ovum.
Oh, the relationship that Gene Wilder had with the goat?
I never thought it could be like this.
I think that's a private matter.
Never in my wildest imagination.
Yeah, the film made me blush in 1972, and it made me blush right now.
Don't you think you should be ashamed of this?
It's most distasteful in view of the fact that the sheep was under 18 years old.
A classic in 72 and a classic now.
Hey, we're gonna make babies!
Still to come on the very, very best of the 70s.
But he's so damn handsome that when you watch him on screen, you almost want to block his face so that you could really just appreciate.
Welcome back to the very, very best of the 70s. So far, we've got turned upside down on the Poseidon, went to the dock with the Babs, and got sexually educated from Woody. Sit back as we count down epic movies of 72.
Number 3. The Candidate.
Mr. Jarman.
If you're like me and you love movies and you love politics, The Candidate is perfect. I think it is the most realistic political movie, certainly of the era.
I remember seeing The Candidate, and I didn't realize how timely that movie would be even today.
Certainly meant to be political, the film, directed by Michael Ritchie, set out to tell the story of the absurdities of campaign politics.
Put that damn phone down and let's get this straight. I want to know what the hell this campaign is.
The Candidate was such a great film. at that time, mostly because it had Robert Redford.
He's so damn handsome that when you watch him on screen, you almost want to block his face so that you could really just appreciate what he's doing up there.
Not only is he nice to look at, but Redford was the driving force behind getting the movie made and personally hired director Michael Ritchie, who had worked on several election campaigns.
Redford saw the sort of what he considered the sort of breakdown of American political norms, and he created a candidate for the story who does that.
The most powerful country cannot keep its full job force working.
So it was released right about the same time as the California primary was. People actually wrote in when they voted McKay as a candidate.
The slogan, McKay, a better way, all the way with Bill McKay, those slogans are symbolic of the corruption of what was an honest, authentic candidate.
I think the time has come when the American people realize that we're in this together.
The candidate is probably most famous for its last line.
It's true. After the hard-fought campaign, Redford's team wins. But there's one more thing left to decide.
Marvin, what do we do now?
Still to come on the very, very best of the 70s.
All hell breaks loose, and somebody's pants are down, people are getting shot at.
Welcome back to the very, very best of the 70s, epic movies of 1972. There's only 2 movies left, and we're happy to deliver them.
Number 2, Deliverance.
Where are you going, city boy?
In 1972, Deliverance was the film of the year.
I think it was one of those movies that if you saw it, it was the topic of conversation for the rest of the evening.
Starring a very young Burt Reynolds, John Voight, and Ned Beatty, this backwoods thriller starts as an innocent canoe trip down a peaceful river.
It's iconic and scary.
The banjo duel in Deliverance became also very iconic.
The song was played in the movie, became a hit. In fact, people still play it.
This movie's about to turn. See this river before the dam gets blocked up. And the next thing you know it, all hell breaks loose. People are getting shot at. And somebody's pants are down.
Truly one of the most unexpected moments in cinema. This iconic scene would be nearly impossible to forget.
Come on, squeal, squeal.
Moving on! Another film where the stars would do all their own stunts. The film would take many risks as it apparently lacked proper insurance.
Sometimes the actors actually want to do the stunts and think it's great for their image. The insurance companies are always having a total meltdown. And apparently, guys really got hurt on Deliverance.
And it's with its backwater vibe and killer cast that this terrifying movie stood out in 72 and on our list.
Did we beat that?
Don't beat this river. Number 1, The Godfather.
The Godfather is probably one of the movies that I've seen the most. We turn on the TV and there's The Godfather. Even though you've seen it 50 times, you have to go to the next scene and the next scene and the next scene.
Corleone's not quite that family you want to get together with over the holidays or really any time.
Written and directed by Francis Ford Coppola, starring Al Pacino, James Caan, and Robert Duvall. Oh, another little guy starred in this film. Marlon Brando.
Can't forget him. And his performance was truly one of a kind.
What did I come up to?
As was his acting technique behind the scenes. It's been reported that Brando used cue cards, and for his audition, he put cotton balls in his mouth to resemble a bulldog.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse. Oh my God, this is horrible. Could you get some mint flavor? Anything for your show. Anything.
Yeah, if that looked painful, don't worry. Mr. Brando received a custom mouthpiece that he wore, replacing the cotton.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
There was 10 nominations for this, including a nomination for Best Actor for Marlon Brando and for Pacino. Brando wins it, doesn't go, but sends somebody in as proxy because he's trying to make a stance about how the Native Americans are portrayed in television and film.
My name is Sasheen Littlefeather.
I'm Apache.
And on the flip side of that, Pacino didn't want to go because he was protesting because he actually had more lines than Marlon Brando had, and therefore he should have been in the Best Actor category, not supporting.
Where does it say that you can't kill a cop?
It holds up today as one of the greatest films. It's timeless.
Every single scene honors itself, where it is, the time period, everything from the wardrobe to the music. It's just a very special movie. It's definitely one of my absolute favorite movies.
And we couldn't agree with you more. And it's a good thing, too, because Al Pacino scares me.
Don't ever take sides with anyone against the family again.
Eek! Thanks for counting down our epic movies of 72. See ya!